Do you feel that spark? It is there. It is in this image. I definitely feel it. This is the work of Adger Cowans, and I love his philosophy. He says, I've always been involved in the idea that work comes from the spirit, and the artist is a translator. Cowans received a BFA in photography from Ohio University in the 1950s. He decided that he wanted to move to New York to become a photographer. His uncle recommended that he reach out to another black photographer that he could learn from. Well, he didn't know any black photographers in New York, so he asked a professor. And the professor recommended that he reach out to Gordon Parks. So he wrote to Parks, and Parks wrote him back and said, yeah, when you get to New York, why don't you reach out? You can stay with me and my family. So that's what happened. When you look at Cowan's work, you can really see where he gets the idea that his work is coming from outside of himself. Cowans was one of the early members of the Kamoinge Workshop, a group of black photographers who came together to make sure that there were more realistic portrayals of black life in America. Cowan says this is one of his personal favorite photos. He was drawn to the footsteps and the man's perseverance as he made it through the snow. But he said the photo's taken on this other meaning of being a black man in a white world. And while he laughs at that, I mean, you can see it, right? One of his first big gigs was photographing Mick Jagger in Brazil in 1968. Such awesome pictures. Here's a story I really loved about how Cowans got involved with movies. He says, quote, Sidney Poitier was looking for a black photographer to work on a film that he was doing. I went and met with him, and he flipped through my portfolio. He was saying, yes, I like this. I like that. And then he got to a picture of Diane Carroll, and he closed the book and walked out of the room. So his producer came in, and I said, what happened? He said, I think he still has some feelings for Diane Carroll. Either way, Cowans got the gig photographing the movie, and he went on to do stills for over 30 major motion pictures. This is the last series of Cowans that I want to share. He talked about how this got started. He said, I got up one morning and the sun was shining so bright and reflecting off of things, and I got this idea. How can I photograph light? Just light. Well, my friend, you definitely figured it out. These images are vibrating on a higher plane, and I can feel it.